Today I'm hunting for a creature so elusive that many think they're fake. There's actually a place where leprechauns have become a protected species by the EU. The argument is that they can't confirm they aren't there, since here, they claim to have evidence like clothes, gold, and even the skeleton of an actual leprechaun. This is Carlingford. So you always hear about leprechauns whenever anyone talks about Ireland. Being short with a ginger beard. I've heard all the jokes. But I always dismiss the idea of them being real. Like, surely there isn't this race of miniature people making shoes and playing pranks on people. But then I heard about this guy, Kevin Woods. Kevin claims to be the last Leprechaun Whisperer in Ireland. He spent years lobbying the EU for their protection and has made numerous appearances on various news outlets discussing the protection and belief in leprechauns that he claims is the only way to grow their population. Look, there's a couple of different rationales for this. Either he's just a really friendly, creative guy who's trying to make Carlingford more of a tourist attraction. He's crazy. Or he really has seen leprechauns. There's only one way to find out. I'm going to join Kevin for the day and see if I can get to the bottom of this mystery.
Sorry, I forgot all about you. Yeah, what's your name?
Marcus.
Marcus, yeah, okay. I forgot all about you.
Oh, good. I'm pretty forgettable.
When I arrived, Kevin was just about to take a group on one of his infamous leprechaun tours. So I joined him, and as he recalled his experiences, I must admit, his passion was turning me from a doubter to a believer.
And when I got up there for the first time in my life, I saw 3 leprechauns. 3 of them. Sitting on a rock about that size, talking to each other, having a wee chat, dancing across the rock.
He took us down into the cavern where the leprechauns come out at night, and he told us more stories and even tested a few of the guests to see if they have what it takes to be a leprechaun whisperer.
Open your eyes. Is it warm under the hat? You're going to be special. You don't need this gift. You have enough gifts to carry it through life. Fine.
All right. Okay.
I did not, but that wasn't going to stop me. I was determined to see one with my own 2 eyes. I caught up with Kevin after the tour because I needed some insider knowledge.
So where was it that you found the leprechauns?
I found them up on the mountain behind you there. That's the Cooley Mountains. That's Slieve Fy Mountain above Carlingford. And there's a place up there called the Slate Rock. Everyone would know it in this area. So that's what the suit was found, and the gold, and where PJ found it, and that's where I subsequently met the 3 leprechauns, and then the one whom I was able to talk to, Carrie.
So if I want to find a leprechaun, that's where I need to go, up to the Slate Rock?
You should go up to the Slate Rock, or you could stay the night in the underground cavern here, because they come down every night here to dance.
Might have to take you up on that.
Well, that was certainly interesting. Now, Kevin has told me exactly where to go if I want to spot one of the little fellas. So I think it's time for me to take a walk up the Cooley Mountain, and who knows, maybe I'll get lucky.
Well, certainly didn't anticipate climbing a mountain today, but off we go. Let's look for some leprechauns.
So off I went up the Cooley Mountain. I looked everywhere for even a sign that leprechauns had been there. I looked high, I looked low, I looked under rocks and between the tall grass, but I had no luck.
Well, I've looked everywhere, and I can't find them. But does that mean Kevin's mad? I don't think so. Look, leprechauns might not be real, but what is real is what they do for the community of Carlingford. If you ask any of them, they'll all say the same thing about it.
The Carlingford Leprechaun Cave and the Leprechaun Hunt is a big attraction in Carlingford for a lot of the locals and a lot of the tourists, for young children that come along. It's great to see that there's some family activities going on, and instead of all hens and stags, it's good to get all this back into the village, you know.
So even though you might not see any leprechauns, you can still come here, have a good time, and see something completely different to anywhere else in the world. Fair play to you, Kevin. I'll see you next week.